It's Football Friday night. This week, the Van Buren Pointers hit Highway 71 south and took that left-hand turn at Y City and followed Highway 270 to central Garland County, where we'll take on the 3-2 Wolves of Lake Hamilton. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mark Hurst, and it's homecoming for the Wolves here at Lake Hamilton. Those pregame festivities are over. The Queen has been crowned, and we are ready to play 5A West football. My good friend Josh Nichols joins me again for the broadcast to bring color commentary. Josh, a huge crowd tonight for the Wolves of Lake Hamilton. You and I were talking. It's an interesting homecoming. They actually had 40 maids on the field for their homecoming procedures and festivities, but I guess that's a way to get a good crowd.
Yeah, definitely, Mark. That's you're right. Big crowd, and homecomings bring out the people. But I hope that Lake Hamilton thought this was going to be an easy homecoming win, and I hope we prove them wrong. I've heard this week that Lake Hamilton is definitely beatable, and I just hope that we can be on our game and ready to go.
We are a few minutes late getting started tonight, folks, because of the homecoming. I just got a text from Drew Cohn, who got the text from their athletic director just now that said, oops, we forgot to tell you that it was homecoming. And so a couple of you have texted and said, hey, are you guys on tonight or not? And we are. We just had to let them finish their pregame festivities. The captains are on the field, and let's see what happened at the coin toss. Van Buren won the toss, deferred their option to the second half. Lake Hamilton will receive. I don't guess that our white hat's going to be mic'd up tonight, and so we will let everyone know what he says as we go throughout this broadcast.
I'll tell you, Mark, just earlier this week, a friend of ours mentioned seeing Lake Hamilton a couple of times, and just not the team that maybe was out here last year. They were really just a big team last year. Kind of manhandled us last year. But I really expect us to come out tonight and play hard and play well for Coach Henry. And just, it'd be nice to get another W on the board. And it's a good opportunity tonight.
I tell you, Josh, when I talked to Coach Henry this morning, this is absolutely a game that they're planning on coming in here and playing spoiler for Lake Hamilton's homecoming. You know how that goes when you schedule homecoming opponents. What do? You try to get a win for your big crowd, for your homecoming queen, for all the festivities. And so hopefully Van Buren's got a chip on their shoulders that they were chosen to be the homecoming opponent. But definitely a game that they think that they can win because it is a different Lake Hamilton team. When we were watching film and talking to some guys about this game, Lake Hamilton graduated almost everyone last year. Mm-hmm. They had 3 returning starters on offense, 1 on defense, but took a big blow last week as they went up and won a ball game at Siloam Springs. But that game, that win, came at a great cost to them as their senior quarterback, Easton Hurley, went down in the first quarter with a torn ACL. Torn ACL and MCL, and so they are without their senior quarterback tonight, who was all conference in football as well as all conference basketball and an all-state pitcher. And so we hate to hear that about the quarterback there, but they are without that quarterback, and I think that probably counts into some of the optimism that Coach Henry and his staff have for this game.
I can just tell right away, Mark. Last year they were huge, but they nothing special, about the same as us. So we'll see if we can get after it.
The Pointers put the ball in the air. Derek Kelly sends one down, and that ball is going to be taken, and a nice return there for number 22. It looks like that's Coy Autry. Coy Autry's a sophomore. Boy, they play a lot of sophomores, Josh, not unlike Van Buren. Both teams very young, and So this will be a good contest, a battle for Van Buren, and a ball game that we really need to win.
Yeah, see who can, which younger team, a team of younger guys can make less mistakes and no penalties and got to tackle.
Got to tackle. You noticed on that first play, Lake Hamilton runs out of the old wing T formation, and I believe last week, now they did lose their quarterback in the first quarter, but they only attempted 5 passes last week against Siloam Springs and ran the ball. They scored 54 points and ran the ball for 260 yards. 8 different players ran the ball last week. So they may split a player out to as a receiver, but he's going to also come into that wing T formation and be one of those up backs.
Sorry, Mark. It looks like Van Buren is really crowding the line there. Did you see? I mean, we had 5 guys down, but we had our 2 or 3 linebackers just right there behind too. So
that's what they know they have to do. They have to stop that run. Mo Henry said that, and he said that's been one of his keys to, I think, just about every ball game. We have to stop the run. But you can see by the way they stack the box there that they are definitely going to try to do that. 3rd down and 4. As number 4, Landon West, is the quarterback. He brings his team to the line. Here comes a couple of linemen pulling.
Good job.
Nice tackle. I believe that's going to bring up 4th down.
It's going to be short, Mark, about half a yard or a yard maybe. Looks like well, it's close. It's short, though.
If they made that line, they got it. Now, 1st down. 1st down there for Lake Hamilton. Boy, that's something nice about these fields that are marked. The officials get to spot the balls on these tick marks, and the 10 yards make it easy. You don't have to measure as much as we used to when the coaches would line the fields with the chalk, and boy, some of those would be crooked.
Yeah.
Sure makes it easy. 1st and 10, and there's a give.
Up the middle there to fullback 44. It's so quick. They're so tight together, it's hard to tell who gets the ball. But
that's their bell cow right there. Number 44, Hayden Barton. He averages over 100 yards rushing per game, about 111. Looks like he actually caught the ball last week. That's what I'm saying. They'll catch the ball, or they'll be out in a receiving position. But he had 103 yards last week against Siloam Springs.
That was probably a fast game last week, Mark. They ran the ball that many times and scored not many passes. That makes the game go by faster.
Absolutely. Clock continues to run. 3rd down and about 7.
Going to pass it.
West's first pass attempt, and there is that fullback. Just like we said, they will run him out of the backfield and pick up a 1st down there.
It's good to see Drew Brazel back there tonight, Mark. 24, he was out last week, but down the field, I didn't really look at the sidelines, but that had good coverage down the field. You know, that's all that 44 kind of popped open in the flats there, but it's good to see Drew back tonight.
He was nursing a hamstring injury last week, and so definitely good to see him back here. Here's a penalty. Looks like Van Buren was lined up in the neutral zone.
Yeah.
That 5-yard penalty will bring up a 1st and 5 for Lake Hamilton.
Yeah, just what I talked about, Mark. We just got to, we had them 3rd and 7. They're really good, favorable spot for the defense, but they completed that pass. We got to avoid the penalties tonight.
West gets the snap and hands off to, I believe that was number 22, Coy Autry, coming around the end there.
Host of pointers. It's going to be hard tonight, folks, for us to. We don't have our big monitor that helps us decipher numbers on the tackle and stuff, so just have to bear with us tonight.
We actually had to give up one of our rosters as well to their public address announcer, so we may be a little slow on the. There's a fumble.
Fumble on the ball. Did we get it? Sure did.
Van Buren may have recovered this.
All right.
Nice job there. That's a big turnover. Looks like Landon Evans is really excited coming out of that pile. I'm not sure if he picked that up but there is a Big turnover, nice break for Van Buren, and the offense will come out and see what we can do.
It looked like it was, I don't know if that's a reverse or not. They kind of switched directions and got the fumble, or got the handoff mixed up there. We're glad to see it. We'll take it.
Josh, look at this defense, how far back the defensive backs are. This is something that I noticed in film. They give a lot of cushion to the receivers.
Going to throw it to Cooley.
Things like this
should work.
What we're going to do.
Yeah, that's, man, I can see Cooley having a big game tonight, Mark. I mean, you see it right there. We gained 5 yards just right out of the gate. Get it to you. Got to get to your playmakers. They're going to. I mean, they're 10 yards off the ball, Mark.
It was the first thing I noticed when I watched Siloam Springs last week. I just thought if they give us that much, it could really be a good offensive night for Van Buren. There's a give to Keller. Keller going to pick up about 3.
It's going to be bring up 3rd and 1. Looks like, Mark. Maybe 2. Well, that's something. Yeah, I'm not used to seeing that.
There's the give to Keller on the left side. He's going to be met by, looked like a corner or a safety that came in there at the end.
Yeah, it's going to be probably lost a yard. Or got it back to the line of scrimmage. What do you do here, Mark? Go for it? Get it out to Cooley? We're going to go for it. Try to draw him off sides, maybe.
4th and about 1.5 yards. See what Perkins dials up. The Wolves are definitely coming.
Boy, I would throw the ball to Cooley right now.
Just immediately.
Oh, I mean, he's just.
There's gonna.
He didn't get it.
Well, that on this right side, our offensive line, their defensive tackle.
Well, they're going to mark it.
Dove to the bottom. Well, that's a great spot.
I think we got it. We got it.
Wow. That is a great spot, a fantastic spot.
Just Cameron kept turning those legs. He got hit immediately, and just maybe the line helped push a little bit, and boy, that was a favorable spot.
1st and 10 for Van Buren. Trips receivers and a quick pass out to number 2, Jaden Johnson.
Yep.
I think we should be able to do that all night long, Josh.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Mark. I mean, if they're going to give us 10 yards, if Bryce can get the ball out of his hand quickly, I mean, I don't see how you can stop it.
They will have to make some adjustments on defense if we continue to do this, but they haven't so far, and there's a great block.
Number
I believe
7.
Jaden Johnson made that block, which we've said that several times this year.
Yeah, we have.
Elijah Johnson receives the pass. He's about 1 yard shy of the 1st down.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and short. Another quick hitter pass there, and good catch by Elijah.
They're going to bring some pressure this time, and the give and a great block by Peyton Bashir that time.
Got a block in the back, I think.
And then a block in the back. And that's a shame because that just went for 6.
Yeah. Where that flag was, I kind of noticed maybe a block in the back there.
We'll get the call from the White Hat. That will probably be a 10-yard penalty from that spot.
Call it holding.
Since that penalty is in front of the line of scrimmage, it will be from the spot. And so Van Buren going to bring up replay 3rd down, and it's going to be 3rd and about 9, it looks like.
Well, it's still a good run. We can do it again.
Well, they really sucked in that defensive end, Josh, and that little pitch got around him. Yeah, you're right. I think if we, and maybe without the hold, we wouldn't have scored, but I still think it would have been a big play.
Yeah, I do too.
3rd and 8 for Van Buren.
Bryce.
He's going to scramble. He's got a little bit of time. He's going to run the other side, and he's got some room to run. And he will be very close to the 1st down when he stretches the ball there.
Yeah, good effort there by Bryce. Had good blocking back here. The O-line had that sealed off pretty well.
Had several of you ask if my son Ethan Hurst was going to be in the game tonight. He is still nursing a high ankle sprain, but he is in the ball game. We'll talk a little bit more about that after this 4th and 1. There's the give to Keller. And Keller actually up behind Hurst and Thibodeau on that left side. And that's a big first down.
Well, it sure was. Bryce made a good play before that and just made it very manageable with the 4th and 1 and did what we needed to do. Good to see Cameron running the ball hard. He always does. But
when I talked to Bryce Perkins today, that was what he said, we're going to hit those quick hitters because of the cushion. He said, but we really want this to be a big game for Cameron Keller. He said, we think it can be. There's a dump across the middle to Jake Johnson, who's got a lot of running room.
Really does.
Going to make a person miss and get driven out of bounds inside the 25.
A little crossing route there, Mark. I believe he was coming across the field and Bryce hit him. He just got right into the linebacker's area there, and it was a good pass.
1st and 10 for Van Buren. They will have twin receivers both sides, and here's something interesting. Trenton Cooley lines up in the backfield with Perkins, and he's going to get the snap. And
false start.
I think you mentioned this earlier. We can't do this.
No.
We cannot have
That's
costly penalties tonight.
Yeah, that's 2 in this drive, a holding and a. Yeah, got to play smart. Got to keep moving the ball forward. Don't go back.
1st and 15. Cooley lines up to the left side of Perkins this time, and he is going to get the ball. Boy, and I tell you what, he's drugged down. Tackled by number 5, Caleb Rouse. Caleb is a junior, 6 foot, 165 pounds, and he's the second leading tackler that the Wolves have. He averaged 8 tackles a game last year.
If he didn't grab him right there, he was going to get another 5 at least.
That's got to be something that the coaches have seen on film in order to line Cooley up back there. And you mentioned this, you got to get the ball in his hands, even to the point that we'll hand it off to him.
Yeah. You just have to get it to your playmakers. Here's across the field. Is that Elijah
Looks
again?
like Elijah Johnson with the reception.
Great job.
That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. As Van Buren now probably in 4-down territory. I don't know, with Derek Kelly, his strong leg.
Boy, he can boom.
Field goal is certainly an option.
Let's get 6 on the board here. Let's don't even talk about that 3.
Empty backfield as Perkins tries to draw the defense off sides and trips receivers to the far side. Twins receivers this way. Swing pass, and it's just low.
Well, good catch by.
It's right at the 1st down mark, too.
That's Philip Steele. We've said his name a lot so far this year. I think we got it, Mark.
It's interesting. We had one official saying 4th down, and the head linesman on the chain said, no, fellas, that's a 1st down.
Good job.
Well, that's smart of Steele going right to that 1st down marker.
Yeah.
There's a fake to Keller and a swing out to Elijah Johnson. And Elijah Johnson going to pick up about 8 on that play.
So far, so good, Mark, on the hands team. Everybody's catching these. Bryce is putting them where they need to be, too. Low, away from the defenders. That one hit Elijah on the run. That was a good pass play. Good drive.
Trips receivers to this near side, and the give to Keller, and a huge hole for Cameron Keller. And he's going to get in the end zone. Boy, that was a nice job by the offensive line. Opened up a huge hole for Cameron Keller.
Well, that left side, I mean, we could see it good from our vantage. It was a big hole.
Wow. So the Van Buren Pointers score first. And now number 90, Manning Dodson on for the PAT as Tristan Ray squats down as the holder. Snap is good and down. Kicks a sidewinder and gets through.
Mark, that's one excuse me, one way to quiet a huge homecoming crowd is to score first. And
boy, and I tell you what, Josh, if that clock is right, we've only got 2 minutes and 34 seconds left in this opening quarter.
Yeah, I know.
That flew by.
That flew by. And this is not mercy rule time. And they ran the ball every time except for once, and
our quick hitters are, stopping the clock instantly or just for a second for first down movement, but in the middle of the field, not going out of bounds, no incomplete passes. That was just a A long drive.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Mark, 2 penalties there. We'll clean that up, but got a good score. A little pep in the step of the Pointer Dogs right now. I see it, and I hope we get this defense fired up here and see if we can get another stop.
You mentioned cleaning things up. Let's see if we can clean up our kick coverage here. That was a big run, the first kickoff of the game. Let's see if maybe we can. There's a good kick by Kelly.
Yeah.
It's going to be fielded about the 5.
There's a hold.
There's a block in the back or a hold. And Kelly going to have to push the runner out of bounds. I believe that's going to come back and be 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
That's got to be a hold, Mark. That side just opened up pretty noticeable.
There's a hold, and it looks like the spot of that foul was at about the 14, so the Wolves will take over on the 7-yard line. Let's take just a minute to thank our exclusive game day sponsor, the University of Arkansas Fort Smith. Thank them for being that exclusive game day sponsor for this entire football season. UFAS has over 70 academic programs taught by experienced professors, proud to be Arkansas's most affordable 4-year college program. Putting knowledge to work since 1928. The University of Arkansas, Fort Smith.
All right, here we go. Defense, let's go. Got big Alex Wilburn there in the middle. Boy, he'll pressure on him there.
That was Peyton Bashir, I believe. No, that was Landon Evans that came in from the backside of that quarterback to bring Landon West down for a sack.
Boy, I don't know if you noticed that, Mark. I said Alex's name, but he blew that play up. He took that center and just pushed him back into that quarterback. Just caused havoc right out of the gate.
He needs to do that all night long. Their center is number 62, Cameron Crooks, and he's a sophomore. He's only 6 foot 235, and so he gives up 3 inches and almost 100
I was
pounds.
going to say,
to
Alex looks like a mountain man. The mountain compared to the. There he is again. Around that corner, though. .44 on that one, Mark. Yeah, that's their guy. You say
Hayden Barton, 5'11", 195-pound junior, out of the backfield there. Gonna bring up third and less than 5. Looks like about 4 for the Wolves. It's interesting, their quarterback, Landon West, comes to the sideline to get the play on most of the plays.
That's different nowadays, isn't it, Mark? They're usually just holding signs up or coaches.
There's a bad snap that's going to get over West. He grabs the ball and then is going to slide down and going to lose about 12 on that play, it looks like.
There's another thing that can happen with a sophomore, a young guy, big guy in front of him, just nerves and trying to fire off the ball, and that can happen. Boy, we're going to have some fine field position here. See if Cooley can get a return.
I mentioned the young offensive line, and actually the defensive line's young as well. I mentioned that to Coach Henry, and he said, well, boy, it sure will be nice to go against some young guys for a change. We don't get to do that in the conference that we play in. Usually seniors that are second and third years, and so it'd be nice to have that tonight.
Yes, it will. Low snap.
When he receives that in his end zone, and it's going to take a Wolves bounce. But I tell you what, Peyton Bashir got through there.
Was that Bashir?
I believe it was.
I mean, I couldn't tell if it was. Boy, it's hard for me to tell. It looked like 22, but I don't recognize that name. Jamal Jackson.
I think that was Peyton Bashir.
Yeah, maybe it was. Looked like he got a finger on it, or the kicker just shanked it like one of my drives.
Number 97, Brian Garcia, is their punter, and I agree. I couldn't tell if he was just trying to get that off in a hurry or if we got to it. 1st and 10 for Van Buren, and there's Cameron Keller running behind that left side. Let's talk about that left side of that offensive line tonight, Josh, because Ethan Hurst is back in the game along with Thibodeau, but they have actually switched positions. Ethan's ankle is not 100%, and one thing that bothers it is when he has to make lateral movements, and so Coach Van Hook said, well, we'll just move you down to guard because that position doesn't make as many lateral plays and keep you vertical. So he and Thibodeau switched, and so far, so good. There's a nice first down.
That was,
picked up
was that
Weston Wilcox?
Weston Wilcox, yeah, okay. That's the end of that quarter there, Mark. That went by fast.
That is one of the fastest quarters of football that I can remember in some time. We will take a 1-minute timeout. You are watching and listening to Van Buren Pointer Football on Pointer Media.
Here in the Van Buren School District, we provide a high-quality, hands-on learning environment that prepares our students to become successful members of their community. By providing students with a wide variety of activities and experiences, students gain confidence, earn scholarships, and develop skills that will benefit them throughout their lifetime. The goal of the Van Buren School District is to help students realize their fullest potential and experience excellence at every level.
We are back at Wolves Stadium in Lake Hamilton as Van Buren brings the offense back on the field. Trenton Cooley lined up in the backfield. He's going to get the ball and make a nice cut and going to score.
Mark. There's your playmaker. That's what you got to do. You just got to get him the ball, running it, passing it, whatever. Just get it to him.
I love that. That to me, boy, I love seeing when coaches make adjustments. You know, you and I talked about that last year. We were in some ball games and we just didn't make the adjustments at halftime that we needed to. And this to me is an adjustment that this coaching staff has made by watching film and doing those things this week.
Yeah. No, you're right, Mark. You just got to get the guys the ball that need to have it in their hands. So that's Mo Henry's going to. He's coached this game a long time. He knows what to do. It's just watching that film, like you said, and just figuring out game plan. So it's good to go up 14-0 on somebody here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we mentioned the large crowd that had assembled here at Wolves Stadium for homecoming. And, Josh, they are quiet right now.
They are. And I hope they stay that way.
Well, that's, you've been around it. You've played. I played. And I think coaches always hate homecoming because there's always a distraction.
Yeah.
And so that's the caveat, probably one of the reasons that you schedule a team that, okay, let's make homecoming this week when Van Buren won 2 ball games last year. Let's let them, because of those distractions. And maybe that's not the case tonight, but Van Buren has certainly looked good, and Lake Hamilton's made some mistakes, and Van Buren's been able to capitalize so far.
Yeah, you're right, Mark. I'm going to do a little different kick here.
Derek Kelly going to put one up in the air and hit it at about the 20, and that's not there's another coaching change, Josh.
Yeah.
That's, Chris Elliott does the special teams for Van Buren, and both of their first 2 kick returns, when the ball had been kicked almost to the end zone, got good yardage.
Yeah.
So he changes it up right there, puts it up in there a little bit higher, kicks a little bit shorter, but we covered it better.
Peyton Bashir got on that tackle. I mean, he's so fast, Mark. Just a little higher kick, give him time to get down there, and boy, I mean, he was on that guy. Oh, fumble. Mark, we got another one.
Boy, I tell you what.
Got another ball. Boy, loose.
I had looked down at my phone to see a text, and the next thing I know, the ball's on the ground.
Yeah, it's on the ground. 41 for the Pointers. Jumped on that thing. That's Uriah Henson, senior linebacker there, got on that ball, and boy, the Pointer Dogs are in business.
Van Buren's offense comes back out on the field. They will start at the 24-yard line, short field. Need to capitalize here, keep the foot on the gas, and keep this crowd out of it.
Yeah.
Trips receivers to the far side. Trenton Cooley lines up by himself on this near side. Cameron Keller out of the backfield, and he will get the little swing pass that's going to pick up big yardage.
Boy, that
makes one man miss, another man miss, and picks up a first down.
They could do that all night, Mark. We said it. I mean, throw it to Cooley or Cameron right out of the backfield. They're going to get that every time.
Those trips receivers to that far side took all of the defenders with them, and so you're left with a linebacker probably that's covering the running backs out of the backfield. And I'll take our chances with a linebacker on our backs. There's a give up the middle. Boy, a great block by the left side there.
That whole side was just sealed off. There wasn't any way a Lake Hamilton guy could get to him early.
Those offensive linemen love to pride themselves on pancakes, and I think that Hurst and Thibodeau may have each picked up a pancake on that one.
That had plenty of syrup on it.
2nd and 5.
Here's a little quick hitter.
And the pass out to
that's Elijah
Johnson.
Boy, he's 3 for 3, Mark. I don't know. He picked up probably, 3 or 4 on that.
It's going to be 3rd and about 2. I'll tell you what was nice about that play. Fantastic that Johnson catches the ball and picks up some yards, but that was a great fake to Keller there, and something that will set up another play out of that probably. There's the give to Keller, who makes a cut at the line of scrimmage, going to pick up a first down.
Yep.
Looks like he's going to be drugged down at about the 1 yard line.
I have another yard here to get us another touchdown on the board.
1st and goal from the 1. What do you think the Hogs would do right here, Josh?
I'll give it to KJ right up the middle.
I wish they would.
Yeah, I do too. They've been having a lot of trouble scoring.
There's the give to Keller, and Keller's going to cross the line.
You didn't ask me what have they been doing, and what I think they should do is 2 different things.
But I tell you what, we're picking on the Razorbacks, and I'm all for. We're going to go down to Jerry World tomorrow, and the Razorbacks are going to roll all over the Aggies. I hope.
I hope you're right, Mark.
Poking a little bit of fun at them, things that don't make sense to us. You got a 250-pound quarterback, KJ, and we run out of the shotgun on 4th and inches. That snaps down, and that kicks through. I got to referee a junior high 7th and 8th grade game last night, Josh, over at Southside, and good friend of mine, Parker Johnson, coaches over there, and he's the offensive coordinator for those 7th and 8th grade kids, and they were outmanned from the get-go. That conference is now playing the junior highs from Northwest Arkansas, and so one of the Springdale 7th and 8th grade schools had come down, and I kid you not, I looked into the end zone as they were warming up, and there were 2 kids for Springdale that looked like they could have started for Harbor varsity tonight. They were just huge, and so they were out there. But one thing that Parker did was they had 3rd and inches, and he lined that quarterback who had been in shotgun all night under center and picked up 6 yards behind his offensive line. It was great.
That's awesome.
Signed Parker up.
Yeah.
Van Buren up 21-0. 10 minutes to play in the opening half. There's a little pooch kick and a fair catch.
Yeah.
It's going to be called for.
Mark, this is something that we've not had the luxury lately of having a big lead early. I'm going to be very interested to see how this defense responds. See how we can play with the lead here. Just see what this is what we've been wanting and needing. Proud of the guys so far.
1st and 10 for the Wolves. Man in motion, and the give to their big guy up the middle.
As soon as I said that,
score.
Boy, that just opened up.
Hayden Barton, the junior, 5'11", 195 pounds. We talked about him being their go-to person on the ground, and he certainly was there, and was untouched, I think.
I don't know if Alex, I don't know what happened on that. That opened up so quickly. I don't know if we had the call there or Alex went a different way, but man, that opened up quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me mention to you, as the snap is good and the point after is true, we do not have a monitor tonight, and so we are unsure when replay happens. Dustin McRoberts had let us know they're trying a new system, and we, I believe, have replay tonight. I think you folks are getting to see some replay, but we don't have access to that, so that's something we won't be able to comment on tonight. But we'll have that again next week. Josh, what's going on in Pointer Nation this week?
Yeah, Mark, let me go over this little bit of stuff here. We got the cross-country team. The freshman pointers finished second out of 11 teams in the Mansfield cross-country meet this past Saturday. Reed Mullins finished first overall, so congratulations to our cross-country. The golf team, they wrapped up, the women wrapped up their seasons. Congratulations to Allison Snow, who finished as an All-State in the 5A State Girls Golf Tournament this past Tuesday, where she shot an 87 to tie for 8th place. She and Caroline Teague have been great senior leaders in the golf team and will certainly be missed. So congratulations to you ladies. And I know the guys will start their state tournament this coming week at Eagle Crest. So if anybody can get out and watch the Pointer men state golf tournament, that'll be this week.
Van Buren now going to come back on to the offensive side of things as they will try to orchestrate another touchdown drive. They're 3 for 3 so far, and I sure would like to make this one be about an 8-minute drive. Let's see what Van Buren can do. Trips receivers on this near side. Keller in the backfield, single receiver up top, and the give to Keller.
Met fairly quickly there at the line. It looked like a low snap to Bryce, but he handled it.
May have gotten just a yard or at least back to the line of scrimmage. Trips receivers as Elijah Johnson goes out of the ball game.
Oh, well, here we go.
Bashir, great catch, and takes a hit and jumps right back up. Josh, he's possibly one of the toughest kids on the field. That was a great hit by their safety, but you're not going to keep him down.
That's that play, Mark, that we try to spring on these teams sometimes, and it works a lot. Peyton gets that ball across the middle and just takes it to the house, but that was still a big first down pickup there, and he did take a licking and keeps on ticking.
There's the give to Keller. Nice
great
block.
Great block.
And another great block downfield.
Let's go.
Go score, Cameron Keller.
Boy,
Cameron Keller going to score.
Yes, sir. Oh, no.
That's a sideline warning.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
I see some yellow over there on our side, and I thought.
That's just a sideline warning.
Okay.
Yeah. And Coach Van Hook is not happy about it. That almost scared him to death, thinking we had a penalty on a touchdown run by Cameron Keller. But that's just one of our coaches got a little bit too excited as he was cheering for Keller running down the field.
Boy, I tell you, and you mentioned this, Mark. I don't remember who you said, Bryce or somebody said Cameron needs to have a big game, and I tell you, he is so far.
Great run by Cameron Keller. Look at this PAT. I believe Blake Hamilton jumped into the neutral zone there.
Put that thing up close. Let's go for just get your one. We're going to go for two, possibly. You get half the distance to the goal here on this,
That's
so you
correct.
got another about a yard and a half to go for two.
It's a dead ball foul. I'm not really sure why they're talking with Coach Henry.
Encroachment on defense. Declined it.
That's why he was giving the option. He didn't want to move. He likes this distance. This is
kick
the
field
distance
goal.
that
Yeah.
Kelly is used to, and so
Right.
rather than move it up half the distance and maybe go for two like you mentioned, just
Get
do it again.
the one. And
Get the one.
Yeah, he sure did. He is consistent.
Well, let's talk a little bit about that play on Cameron Keller. You and I both mentioned it, and I think we mentioned different players, but two fantastic blocks by the receivers. And we have mentioned Jaden Johnson several times this year already. He had the first block, and then I believe it was Wilcox downfield that had the next one.
Jaden has been spectacular this year on downfield blocking, Mark. I mean, I can just think of several plays that he's done or the games where he has just been excellent in blocking down the field. So gets another star on his helmet there. And Weston, too, laid a good block.
Had several of you text, and we appreciate the feedback saying that you are getting to see replays. And so we are glad that you are doing that. We're also glad you're along with us. There's the kick, fielded just inside the 20, and a big hole and a nice tackle there.
Couple pointers there on that one.
That's number 14. I think
14. And I think Wilcox, too. Hayden Green and Wilcox, I believe, number 1 got up off that pile.
We were driving down tonight, Josh, and Dusty and I were talking. Rachel Henry rode down with us, and I'm so pleased at the number of comments, not about us, but just the folks that are following football this year, Josh, and tuning into the live stream.
Fumble again, Mark. We got a scoop and score here, Mark.
Tristan Ray going to go for 6.
Boy, howdy.
When it's Van Buren's night, it's Van Buren's night, Josh. And I'm telling you what.
I tell you, Mark, this is a complicated offense to run right here. You know, they're cram-packed in here, and I'm very thankful they're turning the ball over. But there's so much motion in the backfield, and if the quarterback and the running backs are not right on, they fumbled that thing 4 times or 3?
3 so
Three
far.
so far. Had a high snap once. Man, I'm telling you, they are struggling.
This is any time when we officiate that we see a team that runs a wing tee, all this misdirection, the counters. One thing we tell ourselves is slow whistles, because it's so hard to find the football. You certainly don't want an inadvertent. And I think that's what you're talking about. There are so many different cogs to this offense, different people running different places, which works great and can confuse defenses. But when it's you can't get the handoffs and the balls, it's really complicated for that offense.
Well, DJ, I hope back at the house you replayed that scoop and score, because that would be a big one for Tristan. I couldn't see the ball down personally, but I saw our coaches going crazy, and then all of a sudden Tristan out of there with it. So hopefully you're getting him some replay love on that. That was amazing.
Well, and I'll tell you this, Josh, good for Tristan Ray. He was picked on last week at that corner position by Greenwood. They really wore him out all night long, and good for that sophomore to come in and get some positivity here, get his head up, and he's an athlete, Josh.
Yeah.
He plays on the baseball team, played some at second base for us last year, going to be a big part of that, and very possibly going to be Van Buren's quarterback next year when Perkins graduates.
Yeah,
so.
I bet you're right, Mark.
Good to see that. So Van Buren now, Kelly kicks that off again to the 20, and going to be fielded and returned just past the 30. It looks like they're going to start at about the 34.
We've switched this over to kicking that short kick, and it's made a difference here, Mark. They're getting the ball on 30, 35, but it's
they're not busting
it down the field, right? Yeah.
Time for Van Buren's defense to step it up here, come back and put that last play in the backs of their minds, and come out and play hard like they did the first 3 series. There's the give.
Host of pointers on that tackle. There's 53 involved there.
It's John Michael Fisher.
John Michael Fisher and 45 Brian Ramos on that tackle. We're getting some good pursuit on this.
2nd down and 4. Just under 8 minutes left to play in this opening half. Wing T formation. Man in motion who is met by someone in the backfield. A big pass downfield.
Oh, there's
I
no
don't know
way.
about that,
There's
Josh.
no way that's passing interference.
Unless it's a hold early. If there was a receiver, number 22, here's where he threw that. Let's see if this was a defensive hold. And it was.
Yeah, oh, man. I was looking back here, Mark. I almost had a sack. He got the ball, and then I turned, and I did not see any passing interference, but I did not see him break through initially. There might have been a hold there.
Where he threw that, we actually had the intended receiver double covered, and you're right. That's what you and I were looking at, and there was nothing there. But where that back judge threw that ball, threw that flag, was way back upfield. They did have a receiver out here. So if that receiver gets held by one of our linebackers in his route,
yeah,
that's what
that must. And where that flag was, Mark, that was about that territory. Yeah, you're right.
There's the give to Barton. And Barton going to pick up another first down for the Wolves.
He's a hard runner, Mark. He's scored their touchdown earlier. He's super athletic, stout looking. Just
he looks bigger than 195 pounds, but I guess at 5'11", that's why he looks so stout.
Boy,
there's a give that almost ended up with the quarterback and one of the backs going down.
I mean, it's just like a spider web. They're just so close together, and if one guy makes a misstep, it's on the ground.
But it's so hard to find the ball. Even right there on that play, I wasn't sure who had the ball until I saw the quarterback on the ground.
Right.
2nd and 9. Man in motion. Quarterback West looks to pass. He gets away from a tackle, still looking downfield trying to pass. Now he's got to run.
Boy, had him back here. He just eluded the tackle.
That was one thing that Coach Mo Henry said about this backup quarterback. Said that he maybe passes the ball better than their starter, Easton Hurley, did, but just doesn't quite run as well as Hurley. But Tommy Gillerin, the head coach for the Wolves, was actually quoted in the Hootens magazine preseason and said if something happened to Hurley, their quarterback, that they wouldn't miss a beat with West having to come in place of him.
Yeah.
So a little prophetic there by Tommy Gillerin.
Just they're getting their drive together here. Let's go defense. Let's see something here.
First down for Lake Hamilton. 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to play in this opening half.
I tell you, Mark, that first half quarter went by so fast. This one seems to be dragging a little bit.
It was almost a nice tackle in the backfield by John Michael Fisher.
Yeah.
He had him, and
kind of like he was greased, just kind of slid off.
Barton just kept his legs churning. We talk about Keller and the way that he continues to run, and Barton does the same.
Yep.
2nd down and 2 from Van Buren's just inside the 5-yard line. Very nice press box that Lake Hamilton has. It actually feels very new.
It has a new smell to it.
There's the give to Barton.
He's short.
Pick up a first down, but short of the goal line. The only issue with this press box, Josh, and I hate to even say it because the air conditioner works great and we can see out the windows, is you and I are just almost sitting in each other's laps.
Yeah.
Not just a whole lot of room.
I can see every person that's in this press box up and down. They scored.
That's a hard run. Boy, Barton was met and just lowered his shoulder and drove that defender into the end zone.
Yeah, that was a better possession for the Wolves there, but Pointer's still way ahead here. Got a lot of fight left to go in this game.
Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good. So with 4 minutes and 33 seconds left to play in the opening half, Van Buren up 35-14. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and come back. You are watching Van Buren Pointer football on Pointer Media. Welcome back to Lake Hamilton. As Lake Hamilton puts the ball in the air to kick it off to Van Buren. Trenton Cooley receives that, gets a what I thought was a good block.
Well, what
That's a great run. That's going to be brought back. The fans from Lake Hamilton didn't like something they saw there as they get a little bit excited. That hold will go 10 yards from the spot of that foul. And Van Buren will have 4 minutes and 22 seconds to see if they can cross the goal line one more time in this first half. I hope they use all 4 minutes and 22 seconds.
Yeah, we need to, Mark. We need to put a good drive together right here, finish this half out strong, and take a really good lead into the locker room halftime here.
Van Buren will start with Cooley in the backfield. Twins receivers to both sides. Perkins talking to his offensive line, getting the play ready. There's the snap and a quick pass to Keller.
Good
Keller's
move.
going to break a block and pick up
About
close to a first down, 8 or 9.
Boy, just a good first step right there. Got that defender on the ground.
Stayed in bounds. Clock keeps running. Nice play there.
Mark, we haven't seen a play. We haven't seen a ball thrown downfield, have we? Much
No,
tonight
sir.
for Van Buren. It's just all been little quick hitters.
Perkins now will sprint out. There's a comeback. I believe that was Elijah Johnson. No, that was Philip Steele.
13, yeah, still.
Nice little comeback. He took the cornerback with him and then cut that route off, came back to the ball. Whitehead having a hard time getting the play clock to roll. It just now starts, which Van Buren could use to their advantage and continue to run clock. Trips receivers, goodness gracious. Give to Keller, who picks up 3, but it wasn't because of the defensive line, because the defensive line was on the ground, Josh. The linebacker had to come in and fill that hole.
This left side is just, they're going to be so full of pancakes they won't know what to eat next.
They're just abusing that defensive line. I hope they keep it up.
They're sealing this side off over here, Mark, just tremendous. And we've seen Cameron break it outside a couple times.
Perkins has time to pass and just wide of Trenton Cooley. That's another good thing about these quick passes, Josh, is Perkins has not been under pressure. One time he had to scramble, but I really think it was the coverage downfield rather than someone getting through to pressure him from the line.
I kind of dropped the ball tonight. I was keeping up with Bryce's passes last week, but is that his first incomplete?
Well, there's a
boy. Cooley can get loose.
Well, I tell you what, I think if he had kept coming to this sideline, Josh, and I know I'm sitting up here second guessing, and it's not my job, but boy, he had a lane out this way if he'd have just keep coming.
Yeah. Mark, I think you got to punt this ball. You just got to. You cannot let Lake Hamilton get a quick score here before halftime and get any kind of momentum. I think you got to flip this field.
I agree with that, and I think that Van Buren's defense did a good job, but I would rather not give them a short field. I know that Van Buren's offense wants to go for this, and I don't know that they don't pick it up, especially with you hit one of those quick hitter passes, but you have to get a good snap. You have to, everything has to work right.
Yeah.
Your side of the 50-yard line, I'm with you. I think you punt this.
Our punter has been really good this year. You know, he don't necessarily spiral the ball, but he puts that, it kind of looks like a kickoff the way it spins, but looks like we're going to go for it.
You and I know absolutely nothing.
That's why I'm up here in the booth, and we're in the booth. And
now then, offense, get this and make us look like a couple of knuckleheads up here. Trips receivers to the far side.
what we have? Timeout.
Van Buren's going to call a timeout. Something didn't line up correctly.
I think they were looking at their defense or something to see. I don't know. It was a.
I was watching Coach Van Hook, our offensive coordinator, come onto the field when we called timeout, and it looked like there was something that they didn't like.
Yeah, that was a quick. They huddled really quick and back out. What was it? 4th and 2, Mark. We got 2 yards to gain here.
Whitehead of this crew is trying to get the attention of someone in the booth. I believe they're going to try to put some time back on the clock. Josh, this is why it's a shame that every team, every field, every school should have a stadium mic for that Whitehead.
And this is a beautiful field, Mark, like a brand. I mean, great facilities. I'm shocked they don't.
4th and 2. Perkins gets the snap. He's got time. He's got time to run for the first down.
Boy.
And he stretches that ball across and picks it up.
Barely got it, Mark. What a good effort by Bryce. I thought he was going to have a lot of room out there, and that closed quickly.
It did. Yeah, that defender did a good job of making Perkins commit one way or the other, and he did. That was a great open field tackle.
I think that's that middle linebacker, number 15 there. He closed that ground quickly on Bryce, and Bryce stretched that ball out and got the first down.
That's Evan Payton. He's a senior. He's one of their leaders out there. He was the 3rd leading tackler on this team, and one of the not many seniors out there.
That was Philip Still in that attempt there. It hit him in the bread basket, but he just dropped it. Hasn't been many balls on the ground by the pointers tonight, but that was one there.
Lake Hamilton just lost a player, number 66, Austin Williams, came to the sideline. He was limping. There's a pass out to Cooley. Cooley going to make one man miss, get by another man, and drag him to pick up a first down.
Sure did. That was a great second effort there after that initial hit. He kept churning.
I mentioned number 66, Austin Williams, coming out of the ball game. He has not been on film recently, but Coach Henry texted me and said that he was an unknown, was going to play tonight. It's someone who's been injured. And
oh, good pass, Mark. Oh,
Jay Johnson picks that ball up and almost dropped it.
See that?
And regathered.
That thing came behind him. And great pass by Bryce. Great route by Jaden. And
I think Jaden was looking at all the room he had in front of him and almost forgot to bring the ball with him.
That ball is like a slippery egg, and he gathered it back.
1 minute, just over 1 minute left to play. Keller goes behind Hurst and Thibodeau.
Boy, Mark, get another 7 here. That would be amazing. Huge for our confidence going into the locker room at half here. We're going to have about 10 yards to do it.
Van Buren going to call their second time out of the half to discuss exactly what they want to do. Just over 1 minute left to play in this opening half. And I like this timeout, Josh. You've got one more to use if you need it. And so why not make sure everybody's on the same page right here?
Yeah, and also, Mark, we're on the ball's on the 9. We can get a first down here by putting it to about the 4, looks like. So we got plenty of opportunities to get this. Coaches are wanting the guys to put some time back on the clock.
Yeah, as a white hat, Josh, this drives you crazy when you can't get the clock keepers to do what they're supposed to do. These folks are volunteers, and nothing against them, but boy, especially when you don't have a stadium mic and you're having to use hand signals to tell them put 108 on.
Did they put 4 seconds back on that? I think it was 104. Okay, was it? Okay.
So a little bit of time back on the clock. That'll get us to 108. Second down and 5. Lake Hamilton's defense jumps around up there. Perkins going to run now.
Wrong ball, Bryce. That face mask?
Going to be drugged down by the head, it looked like.
Looked like a headgear. Head came down there.
Looked like he picked up maybe a yard. Maybe a half a yard.
That was a lot of running for half a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 4.
Bam, you're going to call their final timeout.
Hey, Mark, let me mention the volleyball team here while we got a little second. The Lady Pointers hit the road last Saturday to play a tournament in Hot Springs, Lakeside around here, actually just down the road. So they were able to earn the bronze medal by meeting Morrilton and Maumelle. Yesterday, they traveled to Greenbrier for a conference match and won that one 3-0. So great job by our volleyball team getting a good conference road win there against Greenbrier. So proud of you guys, gals.
Rachel Henry was, as I mentioned, she rode down with us, and she was talking about that. She and Coach Henry went to watch Brindley play at Greenbrier, and they were so glad to get that 3-0 win because that got them on the road and back home quicker from Greenbrier.
Definitely. We're going to, I wouldn't mind a mercy rule here tonight to get us back home quicker.
3rd down and 4. Van Buren out of timeouts now.
Low snap,
Perkins
Mark.
gets the snap and eludes. He's got a wide open Jaden Johnson.
Boy, I mean, he was great pass, great catch. Good concentration over on the sidelines by Jaden.
There was some pressure there. Some pressure came from the outside and almost got to Perkins, but Perkins athletic enough to get past him, and Jaden Johnson basically standing by himself in the back of the end zone.
Definitely a design play there. Bryce just took that snap and was just instantly going that way, a little sprint out pass, and boy, Lake Hamilton didn't even give any effort on that block.
Manning Dodson is true with the point after, and with 53 seconds left to play in this opening half, Van Buren up 42-14.
A lot of points, Mark, here in the first half. Well, that's great to see. Our offense is moving the ball tremendously all night. Have we punted? I don't think we punted once, have we?
So.
We were thinking they were going to a while ago, and
we were wrong. This is the offense, Josh, that you and I thought that we would see, especially after the Alma game when we opened week 0 against Alma, and the offense moved at will. You and I thought that we would be able to do that against Southside and Greenbrier, and we just haven't seen this type of output from our offense since that Alma game.
Yeah, I sent you a text today, Mark. I had a feeling about this game, and I know there's a lot of ball left to play, but boy, it's been a good. Oh boy!
Wow. Did you see that ball check up?
Did we get it?
I don't know if you saw this. Coach Elliott's standing right there. He thinks we got it.
Oh, I could see Chris was right there.
I loved that. That was kicked into a no man's land.
Right.
There was no one there. That ball checked up and stuck at the 30, which was right where Coach Elliott was. He knew where that ball was coming.
He had a great eye on that. It was on the opposite side of the field for us to see, but he thought we had it.
There's a swing pass out to Barton, and Barton gets ahead of steam, and he's going to be tackled by several pointers, including number 55. That's Ramos. Brian Ramos.
They have 2 timeouts left, Mark.
West gets the snap. Pressure from the backside.
Great defense. I mean, great play by Uriah. Oh, man. Looked like he got a hand on that.
Number 72, John Alexander, had good pressure on the quarterback that may have made West let go of that ball just a little bit early.
That was excellent defense. Uriah got that arm hand right in at the right time.
28 seconds left. Clock stops on the incomplete pass. Lake Hamilton still has all 3 of their timeouts. No, they have 2 timeouts left.
Yeah, they got 2 left.
There's the give to Barton. He's going to be stopped short of the first down.
Going to be 4th and 1.
It looks like head coach Tommy Gillerin is content to save his timeout here. Going to try some tempo. He can't go tempo until his receivers get back across the line.
Yeah, they're going to have 1.
5 seconds left. They may not even snap it, Josh.
They're just going to let it go down, yeah.
The clock shows zeros across the board. That means the first half, and it has been a great first half for Van Buren, has come to an end. They are up 42-14. But, Josh, we've been here before.
Yeah.
No, we haven't done it this year, but last year lingers in my mind. And several times we were ahead at halftime, and we couldn't finish the ball game. Early in the season, you and I talked about what had to change, and that was we have to finish. And so that's what we need to do tonight.
Well, Mark, you've been my friend for a long time. You know I'm optimistic a lot when we're duck hunting or whatever, but I feel like the Pointers they're going to come out and take care of business. So, folks, definitely stick around for the second half. You're going to see I just got a great feeling about the Pointer Dogs tonight going to get a W here. So let's see if I'm right.
The game plan by the Pointer coaches has been great tonight, and we look forward to a good second half. After this 20-minute halftime, where it looks like the Lake Hamilton band's going to come onto the field. So enjoy a 20-minute break, and we will see you back. We're at Lake Hamilton, and you are watching Van Buren Pointer football on Pointer Media.
Our band members got to parade in with our band and play our pregame music. Now it's time for our alumni festival and cheerleaders to perform. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see a famous Steppenwolf march onto the field once again. And I would like for you to give a warm welcome. Our whistleblower tonight for our Steppenwolves is one of our original Steppenwolves. Our Steppenwolves were started in 1972, and Holly Tilley was on that original team. She, ladies and gentlemen, will be blowing the whistle for the march this evening. Holly, lead your Steppenwolves on the field. Your alumni and current Steppenwolves.
Welcome back to Lake Hamilton here in tiny Arkansas as Van Buren and the Wolves from Lake Hamilton get ready to start this second half. Great first half from Van Buren. They are up 42-14. They will get to receive this opening kickoff. They won the toss to begin the ball game and deferred their option to the second half, and their option is to receive. And so Cameron Keller and Trenton Cooley will line up deep for Van Buren as number 97, Brian Garcia, tees it up and puts the ball in the air. It'll be fielded by Cooley at about the 1-yard line. Cooley's going to get drugged down at about the 22-yard line, 23-yard line. That's where they will start their first possession of this second half.
Kind of the exact reason that you do that, Mark. A team, a lot of people may, why you defer? Well, you want that option. You coming out of halftime, you've been on a roll, or you want to get on a roll. And Van Buren's taking over with the ball and getting that offense, hot offense, back out on the field. And
defense made a good stop before halftime to keep Lake Hamilton from driving the field and starting the clock. The White Hat again having a tough time with the clock keeper. This should be a 25-second play clock, and they've got it at 40. Perkins gets the snap and swings a short pass out to Cooley. That ball skipped.
Yeah, a little short.
It will be incomplete, and second down and 10 for Van Buren. Weston Wilcox and Jaden Johnson are split to the near side with Keller in the backfield. Cooley and
I believe that's Jaden, or that may be Steele over there, Mark.
Philip Steele to the far side. Quick pass to Cooley, and that one is dropped.
I think that was Wilcox, Mark. Yeah, that was Weston. He's been solid tonight. Just dropped that one there. Just defense. I haven't really noticed. Have they changed that? Now they're still staying back.
Well, they closed on a hurry. In a hurry on that one, though, Josh. You know that they're going to make some adjustments. Here comes some pressure on the far side. Linebacker and a defensive back coming as Perkins rolls around it. Going to dump that ball
Good,
out of bounds.
good decision there to get rid of that. Well, here comes our first punt of the night.
That was not what Van Buren's offense wanted to do in the first series. You talked about keeping the momentum going in our favor. Not what they had drawn up. This is going to bring Manning Dotson out.
What Manning needs to do right here is kick this ball over to the side. Do not let this guy angle that punt over to the side.
It was a high snap, and that ball is going to bounce and roll out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 45. And Landon West will bring the Lake Hamilton Wolves offense to the field.
That was a typical Manning Dotson punt, kind of end over end, but usually they turn and roll down the field farther. That one kind of exits stage left. We'll see what the defense, what they came up with at halftime.
A give to Barton.
Good hit.
Barton going to be drugged down by several pointers, including number 45, Brian Ramos. Looks like number 89, Aaron Ray, was there as well. Second down and 6 after the 4-yard pickup by Barton. West under center.
Oh, goodness.
Well, if you're going to jump into the neutral zone, I guess go ahead and get your money's worth there, Josh. And that's what Alex Welborn did. He's going to get to run to the sideline and think about that one.
Yeah. A little too antsy.
I believe number 97, Jacob Wagner, will replace him. And that will bring up a 2nd and 1 for the Wolves. West gets the ball, hands to his left wing back. That's number 22, Coy Autry. Autry's a sophomore, 5'9", 160 pounds. I apologize for not getting more of these players' names. They are so quick and move around so fast back in the backfield, it's hard to know who has the ball.
It sure is.
1st and 10. And West escapes.
We got a holding mark.
Uriah Henson had the pressure. That play's going to come back. I believe you're right. I believe we had a hold. May have 2 flags on the play because both the white hat and the center official had flags, but on different sides of the field. As long as it's 2 different holds, it won't matter. See what we have, and that's what it is.
Yep.
So whichever hold they have, the spot was the same, one on this side, one on the other, so we'll go 10 yards from the previous spot because the flag was behind the line of scrimmage.
See, Big Alex ran back out. He took him a play off there for that mistake he made, but pushed Lake Hamilton. That penalty pushed him way back, so we need to get tough here on D.
1st and 20. West sends a man in motion and actually gives to that man around the end. That's Coy Autry, number 22. Autry going to pick up about 10.
Yeah, about 10. Yeah, I was going to say picked up about 10.
Second and 10. West comes back from the sideline. We mentioned this before. He comes to the sideline to get his play from head coach Tommy Gillerin. Every play, the defense jumps again. Alex Welburn not happy about that. He says that something on the offensive line caused them to jump in the neutral zone there to no avail. But he was pretty adamant about it, Josh.
Yeah, I don't know if he saw that. I don't know if the center might have tweaked the ball or what. He saw something.
We don't need any more penalties, Josh. That's enough for this drive. That's enough for the rest of the night. That's keeping Lake Hamilton's drive alive. There's a give to Autry. Autry going to be stood up and driven out of bounds. But it looks like he is close to the first down.
I'll tell you, the defense, other than this drive here, they've been pretty solid tonight. Not any big penalties. I'm going to bring up 3rd and 1, or maybe 2, Mark. 3rd and 1. Nothing free.
I'm no coach, but I'm giving this ball to Barton.
Oh, they moved
that's
back.
illegal.
Yeah, they moved.
That will help Van Buren as the false start there will push them back 5 yards.
A little antsy, too. Trying to get that initial push to try to beat somebody around the corner.
That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Big stop here, Mark. Boy, they've been bringing that ball around this side, this right side. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't try it again.
Running towards their sideline. Autry in motion. He comes and sets up to this near side. And the toss to Barton, who's grabbed a hold of on the backside.
Great job.
That's number 88.
That's Ray, or 89, isn't it, Mark? It's 89.
Is that 89?
Aaron Ray. Yeah, he had a hold of that jersey and just did not let go.
Nice job there by Ray. 4th down and inside of 5 yards, about 4. Lake Hamilton's offense still on the field. This is 4-down territory, that place where you really can't kick a field goal and probably don't want to punt it.
This is where you got to be solid on defensive line right here, Mark. You cannot give them a freebie here. Got to watch that ball and fire off that ball.
Lake Hamilton trying to go with some tempo to catch us off guard. We do have defensive backs out of position there.
Oh, he dropped it good. Whew. Yeah, he might have been coming open there, but just skillet.
Looked like Coach Haynes, the defensive coordinator from Van Buren, may have wanted a push off there on that receiver. I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And maybe he's just fired up. Got his hands waving over there. Nice job there by the defense. The penalties weren't good, but overcame that. And the offense comes back out on the field.
Let's move this ball up this field here. Third period's clicking away here with 7:20 left. Low snap.
Nice block by Chasen Thibodeau. That's going to be downed.
We haven't seen much of that this year, Mark. That was low snap.
Second down, and looks like a loss of about 3 on that last play. Second 13. Twins receivers to both sides. Keller in the backfield. Perkins scoots Keller over to his left. Good protection. Swings it out to Keller. Keller going to make a man miss and pick up a nice gain. Just steps out of bounds.
Yeah, sure did on about the 30, about the 41 there.
That's going to bring up third and manageable. Third and about 4. Nice play there by Keller. Nice protection by the offensive line.
He made a good cut there, Mark. Just tippy-toed that line. Just barely got out.
Same formation. Twins receivers both sides. Perkins pressured a little bit and throws a nice pass over the middle. Elijah Johnson, who has been sure-handed tonight, drops that one. I think he took his eyes off of the ball, looking towards the defender that was heading his way. Just didn't quite look that one in. That would have been a nice pickup.
Yeah, he felt that heat coming there, Mark, across that middle. We talked about it's a danger zone, but man, you got to lock that. You got to lock that down.
Manning Dotson on for the punt.
Oh, great punt there, Mark. I mean, a beauty. Oh, hit him! Hit him! It did. That ball is ours, man.
That ball
Yes.
hit a punt return member from Lake Hamilton, caromed off of his back.
I had no clue. It hit. That, I don't know if you saw that punt, Mark. That thing
Beautiful
turned
punt.
over. It hit just like it's going to and ran. Actually, the guy, it might have been 87, was running back, wasn't even looking at the ball. It kicked off the ground and just hit him right in the rear. And he had no idea it hit him.
So far in this game, Josh, Lake Hamilton has made some mistakes, and Van Buren has been able to capitalize. Something we need to do here as pressure looks to be coming from this left side, and a quick pass out to Cooley. Perkins just a little short. He's come out a little bit short a couple of times in this half. And
Yeah. Still probably picked up 3 there. Just as a positive play. Just, yeah, he's throwing it low, Mark, like you said. A couple passes in this last couple of series.
Cooley, the single receiver to this near side, trips receivers the other way.
Hard
Cameron
run.
Keller runs behind a great block by Omingabar on the right side. Going to be close to a first down. Looks like he's going to be about a yard shy. Bring up third down and 1.
Yeah, great run. Man, he gets that head of steam going. He's a powerful running back there.
The give to Keller on this left side. He's going to pick up another first down.
Yeah, sure enough, got it. About a
Needed
yard.
1 and got about 3, it looks
Yeah.
like.
We need to push this across, Mark.
Clock continues to run. Just over 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Trips receivers to the far side. The give to Keller. Keller makes a man miss. And nice tackle there by
Yeah.
Lake Hamilton.
He could not get outside of that. We got to get a little chirpy.
I believe this is going to be unsportsmanlike on Lake Hamilton. Yeah. So that defender.
He called it on us,
You
Mark.
called it on us.
He sure did. I don't know who.
Wow. I thought that defender who had made that tackle stood over Keller and chirped a little bit. I noticed Chasen Thibodeau talking to the umpire there. but it was the referee, the white hat, that threw that play. He was watching the runner. Not sure who that was on.
He heard some words come out there. I didn't see the end of it, Mark. But
Nice job by Perkins there. Perkins goes to get an explanation, says, okay, you got it. Now, I'm the team captain. Explain to me what you had there. We'll keep that from happening. Whatever it was the magic word, because that white hat launched that flag 30 feet in the air.
Yeah, he sure did.
Second and a long way for Van Buren. Elijah Johnson goes in motion to the far side, sets up two other receivers there, and a little receiver screen will drag across the middle. And Elijah Johnson.
Good grab. Got
several.
Got a little bit of it back. It's going to be 3rd and 15, looks like, Mark, or 16.
Wilcox and Cooley switch sides of the field. 4 receivers to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. He's looking for Cooley, dragging across the middle. Well, that's a nice play.
Boy, look at Cooley go.
That's a nice play. He set those receivers on the far side, Josh, all 4 of them, and they took all the defenders, and then Cooley just drug across the middle where there weren't defenders.
Yeah, he sure did. And
then got to go to work.
Well, I mean, he made 2 or 3 guys miss there. It's going to leave about 4th and 7, looks like, Mark, or... I mean, this is definitely inside our kicker's range, but be nice to get 7 on the board, or at least get this first down.
Just over 3 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. 7 seconds left on the play clock. Twins receivers to the left, trips to the right. 1 second, we're going to have to burn a timeout.
Yeah, Mo got that timeout with 1 second left there.
We'll take this time to thank our game day sponsor, the University of Arkansas Fort Smith. I'd like to thank them for being the exclusive game day sponsor for the Van Buren Pointer football season. UFAS offers over 70 academic programs taught by experienced professors and is proud to be the Arkansas's most affordable 4-year college program. Putting knowledge to work since 1928, the University of Arkansas, Fort Smith.
Hey, Mark, let me mention the tennis team this week. The Van Buren tennis teams continued their winning ways as they defeated Siloam Springs on Senior Day this past Monday. Both boys and girls teams won by a 3-1 mark. Then they turned around and traveled to Alma on Tuesday and both shut out the Airedales 4-0. Yesterday, in their tri-match with Mountain Home and Russellville, the Pointers beat Russellville 3-1 and tied Mountain Home 2-2. The Lady Pointers also beat Russellville 3-1 but fell short to Mountain Home 1-3. And the Lady Pointers finished conference play at 7-2-5, and the Pointers are 11-1-2. And
that snap is down, but it looks like the defense may have jumped into the neutral zone there. Sorry to interrupt you there, Josh.
Am I going to give us a free 5 or?
That is going to be 5 yards, so that's going to bring up 4th and about 2. Now what do you do, Josh? I think that kick was good, by the way.
Okay, so what happened there, Mark? Why did we come off the side?
Well, while they try to figure it out, they pulled the field goal team off and probably going to run the offense back out.
Yeah, it was kind of I couldn't tell if that kick was good, and I didn't see the white hat give.
Yeah, that penalty in high school kills the play.
Okay.
So there's no option there to let the play happen. So 4th and 2, the offense back on the field.
I think this is the right decision, Mark. 2 yards, we've been getting it all night. Just going to hand it to Keller.
Oh, he's met by one of the linebackers. That's going to be close. The head linesman who is on the chains comes in, and we want his spot rather than the line judge. If we have his spot, I think we have it. They're going to bring the chains into measurement.
Measurement.
They normally try to spot these on the tick marks. We mentioned that, and so I'm not sure why they're measuring here. Maybe because it is so close. But if this is on a tick, Van Buren should have it. But I can't tell. We're too far away from the spot, Josh. I think we've got it by half of. Well, I mean barely, by a couple of chains.
I mean, that ball is sitting right on that thing, Mark.
I could see where the head linesman was when he came in, and that spot was on his side of the field, that we liked his spot.
Yeah.
That was a good spot, and he had the spot. He was the official closest to the ball. And,
boy, that
so
was
we'll
a
take it.
big. Boy, Cameron got met quickly at the hole, but he had just enough effort to push that across the first down line there.
First and goal from the 3. Keller going to get it, and
Boy,
he's
there it
going
is.
across the goal line.
Good run, good drive. That was a good drive. We did have one big penalty, but we overcome that, and now put this get this extra point here. We are at mercy rule, Mark.
Manning Dodson lines up. Snap is good, hold is good,
Made it.
and he made it. You said that you wanted a fast clock to maybe get us on the road and back to Van Buren a little bit quicker, and we got it. Van Buren invokes the AAA mercy rule.
That was a good series on both sides, Mark. Stopped them on fourth down here, got the ball back, made a good drive, and pushed that across there. That was great to see both sides of the ball working there.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me take just a minute to remind you that this Thursday, October the 5th at 6:30, will be the 23rd annual Van Buren High School Hall of Honor inductions. Tickets are $10. You can buy them at the door. You won't want to miss this one, ladies and gentlemen. Teddy McMurray, longtime teacher at Van Buren High School, will be inducted, as well as Colonel George T. Hudgens. And you probably don't know his story, but you will want to hear it. A highly decorated colonel who worked at the Pentagon, as well as worked the inauguration for President Bush and Clinton. Fascinating story. Come hang out with us Thursday night. I will be the MC that night, and come and honor two very deserving men as they are inducted into the Van Buren High School Hall of Honor.
That's a very great honor, and a good service, and a good event to attend, Mark. That'd be fun to be there.
The white hat rolls his arm, and that means the clock will start and not stop, other than a few certain times. And, boy, there's a great play.
Yeah, Tristan Ray.
Trickery there to number 24, Parker.
Yeah, we had two, Tristan Ray, and I'm not sure the other defensive back kind of went with the same guy.
Definitely a mix-up in coverage there, but that was a fantastic play. Fantastically designed play.
Yeah, it sure was.
Our coaches are wanting the clock to run, but actually it doesn't run right there. This crew is going to run it by the book, and after a score, even with the mercy rule, it does stop. So Lake Hamilton strikes quickly as they take it down. Fireworks again boom here in Lake Hamilton. 49-21 with 1 minute and 54 seconds left to play in the third quarter.
I know we talked about this before, Mark, but maybe if somebody's not for sure, once you hit the mercy rule, that clock keeps running no matter. Now, Lake Hamilton is back under the 35-point threshold, but once you reach it, it continues to go the whole game, the rest of the game. So
that is correct. Lake Hamilton could actually come back and tie this game up, and we would still be under the sportsmanship rule. But it does stop at certain times. It stops after scores. It will stop. Supposed to stop on first downs, believe it or not. And with that quick score, this crew will run it by the book. Garcia puts the ball in the air, and that ball's going to get into the end zone for a touchback. Van Buren will start at their own 20-yard line.
That kid has a good leg, Mark. I'm going to mark right here on this on the tennis team. I was going to finish the Lady Pointers finished conference at 7-2-5, and the men finished 11-1-2. Both teams will play in the conference tournament on Monday and Tuesday at Russellville. The top 4 finishers in the conference tournament will advance to state. So proud of you guys and ladies and guys. Do well this week at state. Keep up with you guys and see how that goes. Clock's moving now, Mark. Minute 30.
Yeah, I had someone else text me and say, why is that clock not running? And now it will continue to run here. This is a Mercy Rule clock, so incomplete pass, normally it stops, but it's a misnomer to think that the clock just continues to run all the time. There are certain stoppages.
I was attempted to Jaden Johnson there. He just a little bit high, I think, Mark. Just had it and couldn't quite hang on to it.
Van Buren has brought number 60 in. I believe that's Maddox Martin. He's in for Hurst on this left side. There's the give to Keller, and Keller met hard.
Yeah, we definitely don't need to take our foot off the gas here. Just keep going.
Van Buren working the clock, and they will not have to snap it again prior to the third quarter coming to an end if they choose not to.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to run it down, Mark. Well, they're going to run one more.
Perkins under pressure, and he has to let one loose to.
Wow. He caught that ball.
That's Elijah Johnson. I really think Perkins was throwing that ball away, Josh.
I do too.
And Perkins, Elijah Johnson goes up and makes a catch and turns a
looks like
no gain into a gain.
Kept a foot in bounds there, and that's going to bring up 4th and 3, looks like.
That's going to be the end of the third quarter. We will take a 1-minute timeout. Van Buren up 49-21, trying to hang on. Mercy Rule was in effect, but Van Buren not out of the woods yet. You're watching Van Buren Pointer football on Pointer Media.
The River Valley Virtual Academy is a school for families within the Van Buren School District and those that choose the choice into our school.
The Virtual Academy is an amazing place to be because of the bond that the students, parents, and teachers have. We all have the same goal, which is to have the student succeed. That can look different for every student, so everything we do is personalized for that student.
It meets the needs of a lot of different students. We have students who attend the Virtual Academy for medical needs, for graduating early, to advance their courses, and who just want a flexible learning opportunity.
The first year or two, it was hard because we weren't used to it. It's not 8 to 3, but you learn so much, so that makes a difference. I would recommend Virtual Academy.
We are very proud of our virtual school. They do a great job.
Snap and booms upon.
Wow. Man.
Oh, and that ball takes a right-hand turn and will roll out of bounds at about the 24. What a great punt.
Now, that's my kind of punting right there. I know I've told you guys I was a punter, and I'd like to see a ball turn over like that. That's a nice punt.
I think we talked about this last week, Josh, but, Dodson can do that depending on, you and I talked about the way that you hold the ball, you release the ball, you kick the end, you kick it, and he has done both tonight. He's had that end-over-end roller, as well as the nice spiral turning it over. That was a great punt.
He's a good punter.
West has a little pressure coming.
Boy, Mark, I'm glad he missed that. Tristan Ray and Somebody back here needed getting. There's 2 guys on one, and he was wide open. He would have been gone.
The Lake Hamilton coaching staff has definitely seen something, and they have made some adjustments. Van Buren defense needs to step up here. There's the give to Barton. Gosh, and Barton follows a lead block. Number 71 there, David Dalton, had a fantastic block as he led around. He's a sophomore. It was a great block. Van Buren going to go call timeout. They're going to talk it over.
Just try to get this secondary and get the defense sound here. I don't know. I just noticed on that last pass play that 2 guys were following across the field and left somebody open over here, and luckily he missed it.
This offense, the backs come out of the backfield and they can fake the handoff and run misdirection and then slip out on a wheel route or something like that, and that's worked a couple of times for Lake Hamilton tonight. Van Buren's done a pretty good job against the run, which is what they were focused on doing, but this second half, Lake Hamilton kind of in desperation mode, and they're throwing the ball down the field a little bit more and kind of catching Van Buren off guard there.
Yeah. Mark, and we've said it too. This is you get into this with young guys in the backs, cornerbacks, safeties, younger guys, just trying to learn a faster game and trying to figure out what their assignments are.
They are definitely picking on this left side over here, our near side. West looks to throw. He goes up top. There's nice coverage.
Good coverage.
I believe that's Landon Evans.
Yeah, it sure was. Number 12.
That's not where West will want to go. Landon Evans, very good on coverage out there.
I would say almost had a good chance of picking that off. It kind of got turned around and had a good look at it.
Clock is running. Just under 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Van Buren up 49-21 as Lake Hamilton offense hustles to the line. 2nd and 10. Autry in motion, and he gets the handoff. Nice block by number 71. We mentioned him earlier.
Yeah.
He led around that time and made a good block, and Autry picked up a few.
It's only, 3rd and 5, Mark?
Boy, Lake Hamilton just ran a receiver on late there.
Good pursuit. Great job, Uriah Henson. Boy, I mean, ate that up. Probably lost a yard. They're gonna go for it. Have no choice. They got to.
4th down and about 5. West gets the snap and lines up to throw, and he throws a completion across the middle to number 14. That's Wyatt Ray, 6'4", 230-pound sophomore. Good-looking kid.
Yeah, he is. They had to go for that. It was just a good completion.
1st and 10, high snap control by West. Alex Wellborn puts pressure on the quarterback.
Throw it away.
And then a flag on the play. The white hat lets a flag go. We've got a coach on the field. I'm not sure what Coach Haynes is doing over on the field. Okay, good. He gets off the field. Let's see what this flag is. That's going to be a hold. That scared me. I saw Coach Haynes out on the field, and that flag was in the vicinity, and 2 officials trying to back him up. We've had our free sideline warning, and so the next sideline warning they throw is a 5-yard penalty, so that one worried me. 10 yards from the previous spot on that hold against Lake Hamilton.
Trying to get that. I got 1st and a mile.
Little swing pass out to.
Not much out here. There's a hole. That's a hole all day there. Gonna bring it back another.
That'll go from the previous spot again, so that's going to bring up 1st and 30.
Yeah, that side judge had that instantly on that. Yeah, they're going to have a long ways to go here. That's where secondary has to play tough. They're going to be passing situation, obviously. They're going to have to get the coverages right on this.
West looking for receivers as they're streaking down. There's double coverage.
Oh, picked off, Mark.
Landon Evans.
Oh, that's late.
Wow. Their quarterback throws into double coverage, and we intercept, and there is a late flag that comes out from the back judge.
Yeah, that was really... It looked like good coverage to me. I'm obviously going to be biased on that one.
First down, and that's going to be 15 yards from the previous spot. No automatic first downs anymore in high school football other than roughing penalties, and so 15 from the previous spot and repeat the down.
Maybe you guys at home can see a replay. It's over with and done with, but man, that looked like good coverage to me.
1st and 12, Lake Hamilton. The give to Barton. Nice block there by 71 again. I believe a helmet must have come off. Yeah, and that player's going to come out of the game. Now, see, I'm not sure why the clock has stopped here. There it goes. West back from the sideline where he gets the play. Offense to the line of scrimmage. Barton in the backfield. West looking to pass. He dumps one out. Number 24, Parker Van D with the catch and a nice move after the catch.
Yeah, Hayden Green for Van Buren had a target on him there. The guy quick stepped him and he missed the tackle. But
West with time to throw. That's a hold.
Yeah, just can't take him to the ground.
That hold was so bad, the white had hit number 55 in the back with his flag.
He's like, I'm going to scold you for that. You cannot tackle and lay on a guy.
Oh, and 55 doesn't like it, son. I'm sorry, but that's a hold in anybody's book.
A little bit of sloppiness here. That's
both sides.
Yeah, you get
honestly,
to the end of the game.
Got sloppy.
Yeah.
4 minutes left to play in this ball game.
We need an interception here, Mark. Just seal this thing up. Now they're going to run it. Bring him down.
It's been effective. Their run has been effective. Head coach Tommy Gillerin will call another timeout. We'll take the timeout with them. Van Buren up 49-21, 3 minutes and 43 seconds left to play in the ball game. You're watching Van Buren Pointer football on Pointer Media.
Here in the Van Buren School District, we provide a high-quality, hands-on learning environment that prepares our students to become successful members of their community. By providing students with a wide variety of activities and experiences, students gain confidence, earn scholarships, and develop skills that will benefit them throughout their lifetime. The goal of the Van Buren School District is to help students realize their fullest potential and experience excellence at every level.
back on the field. Second down and 13 for Lake Hamilton as Autry goes in motion. West gets the snap. A lot of time to throw. And I believe that's Barton. No, that's number 20. David Phelan.
Boy, couldn't get any pressure on him, Mark. He just had all day to stand there and wait for somebody.
So a big game for Lake Hamilton. That will bring up first and goal as West lines up under center and sneaks that ball across the line. (49-27) as the PAT team for Lake Hamilton on the field, ready to add one more. High snap. Holder gets it down, and the kick is good.
Well, I assume, Mark, that we're going to see some onside tries here. Got to get the hands team out, cover the ball, wrap this thing up. I would say if we can get one first down, this game would be over, wouldn't it, Mark?
I would think
With
so.
that running clock.
They still have 2 timeouts that they can stop it, but well, we just need to get a couple of first downs.
Yeah, we do. Just off. This has been Pointers have played great tonight. We've had good drives, had some good defense. We're just getting a little sloppy here at the end. Let's just finish this thing out. And we talked about this before halftime. We said, how can we respond? How will we respond?
Well, it looks like we've gone into a different mode as far as the offense goes, and I think we need to come back and put our foot on the gas again. And let's go score again. Let's go see. Let's do what we were doing right the first half and not play conservative, but let's go score.
Yeah,
I'm not a coach. I may be crazy, but what we've done first 2 times hasn't worked, and so let's do something different.
Well, they're 100% lining up for an onside here, Mark. So
Hands team is definitely out there. All the receivers and Perkins as well. And
Elijah Johnson.
That ball crosses the 10 yards that it has to. And Elijah Johnson covers it up.
That was a good try. That ball was getting ready to bounce, but Elijah caught it just in time.
I thought Perkins, who was on that hands team, he ran out and ran towards it. I thought, my goodness, he's going to try to hit that thing before it goes the 10 yards, and that's not what we wanted to do. But he may have been a decoy. He may have been doing something different.
He may have good hands, but I don't know if I'd be putting my quarterback out there because those people are headhunting on that right there.
They are.
We don't need him hurt. Well, it looks like Elijah is going to take a snap.
Maybe that's what they're thinking here, is not getting anybody hurt. Several backups are in the game. That's number 22.
Jamal Jackson. Yeah, we got Elijah Johnson in at quarterback now.
Looks like all of the offensive line is new. Folks, we'll start rattling these numbers off.
52, Caden Garner. On this right side, you got a 57 also, Fernando Aguilar. I can't tell who the center is, Mark. I can't see his number.
Johnson lets the clock wind down. 3, 2, and then the snap. And Jackson is going to be met in the backfield. Going to bring up third down and 16 as Lake Hamilton calls a timeout.
Yeah, 58. Kevin Ork. It's the center.
It's good to see these backups get into the ball game.
It just feels like we've let our foot off. Look, we're going to let this clock run out. It just, I mean, it's a little scary.
I'm not for bringing backups in on the defense, Josh. When the defense comes back on the field, I think we need to I'm not
Yeah.
second guessing.
I think everybody out there, Mark, is, other than Elijah Johnson, I don't know if any of these guys have played on offense tonight. Eight seconds, they're saying.
Number 5, Brady Perkins, younger brother of Bryce Perkins, is split out at receiver. He's one of the numbers that I can see. This clock keeper has been atrocious tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
208.
I don't know what else to say, but we have stopped several times to correct the clock. Now we're ready to go.
Whose job is that to watch the clock, Mark?
On the field, it's the back judge. The back judge always has the clock. Johnson going to pass.
It's low.
That's going to bring up 4th down, and Lake Hamilton will call their last time out. 2 minutes and 1 second. Punt team comes onto the field. When Lake Hamilton starts their offensive possession, they will have to drive the field with a fast clock and no timeouts. Next week, Josh, we have Russellville coming to town for homecoming. It was homecoming here tonight at Lake Hamilton. Van Buren, when they hold on here, will play spoiler. And then next week it will be Van Buren's homecoming. And so Russellville will come to town, a better Russellville team than we've seen in the past. They have 31 returning seniors that play. They have a running back. I got to see them week 0, and they have a running back that set a school record with almost 300 yards of rushing in a single game. So we will have to do the same thing next week, and that's stop the run. Lake Hamilton gets a good return here. Finally drugged down by number 1, Weston Wilcox.
Well, he must have just tight roped this sideline. I was going to say about Russellville last year. If you remember that game, we had a sizable lead, and it slipped away in that second half.
That was one of many times that happened last year, as Lake Hamilton called for a holding.
Okay, I was going to say.
We have had some penalties in this game, hadn't we, Josh?
Yeah, we
My
sure
goodness.
have. And we're bringing our defense back out on the field, Mark. I think several starters back out there.
I like it.
Several new guys, too. I see a 14 out there. That's
Green.
Hayden Green. Okay, he's been in.
I know we want these other kids to play, but let's finish this game first. There's a long pass across the field. Landon Evans is going to bring him down, but that receiver was wide open. Well, we still have some things we got to fix in the secondary, Josh.
Yeah, we do, Mark. And one good thing about that right there, the guy, it was a long pass. He stayed in bounds. I'm going to run it.
Barton gets the handoff, and he's drugged down by number 9, Caden Webb.
Keep on running, clock.
1 minute left to play in the ballgame. There's pressure coming from Evans.
Yeah.
The Van Buren coaches in the booth next to us wanted a hold there, said that one of our defenders got tackled.
Mark, I think my intuition was right tonight. Pointers probably a little lackluster here at the end, but going to come away with a victory. Very, very proud of the guys.
West's going to run out of bounds, but
Doesn't do any
this
good.
late in the game, that's not going to stop the clock.
This is a good road victory for the Pointers. Needed this. It's tough to go on the road 2.5, 3 hours. Come off the bus ready to go. It's hard to do, but they did it tonight, and I'm very proud of the guys.
Final play of the ball game. time now off the clock as West looks to throw. Don't get hurt, young man. Good decision.
Yeah, good game.
That's a final as the two teams gather to walk across and shake hands. It will be a long trip home, but a joyful trip home.
More enjoyable. More enjoyable.
Much better to make the 2.5-hour trip after coming off a win. Definitely things to improve, and Van Buren will get back to work this week, but a nice win as they come on the road. Anytime you go on the road and get a win, it's big time.
Yeah.
Kudos to the coaches and the players for playing hard. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate you being with us tonight. Next week's homecoming. Don't sit home and watch us online. Come out to Blakemore Field. Be a part of the atmosphere. But if you can't, we're glad you joined us. You've been listening to Van Buren Pointer Football on Pointer Media. Good night.